I don't know how to say it.
And of course, as always, before I start this video, you know I gotta thank the channel members. Fawn Airsoft, Penn, Josh Airsoft, Blues, Angus Waffle 710, Gundown Airsoft, HSA Doc, Yana Stardust, Isaac, Cryptic, Christos, Algebra, Plocom, Overtask, Eduardo Ortega, CQ Speed, and Jose M. Last week's talk comment comes from Overtask. That thing looks so dope. I wanted an AirTag for so long, and that orange doesn't even look that bad. And also, is there a way to add a bottom rail for the flashlight or whatnot? Love the bids, bro, and I'm glad your upload schedule is back. Keep up the good work. Yeah, it looks like according to LettuceFan22, on the AirTag website, there is a Picatinny rail adapter for the front of the carbon tube. It could also be 3D designed, per Seramar. As always, I appreciate your guys' response. The orange actually grew on me too, and definitely stands out in a good way. And also a big shout out to the runner-up comments. You guys keep the conversation going, and I might just feature more of these in the next video. But you know I gotta ask, would you rather play every game with fog lenses or a gun that randomly stops working for 10 seconds at a time? And you know we gotta run it back. The most liked comment will be featured in next week's video. I'm not gonna waste your time, so let's start with the bread and butter. My JT ProFlex mask, and I've had this thing for a few years, but I benched it for a while because the GoPro wobble made it unbearable to watch any footage. But now, thanks to a custom mount from Elvinsky Customs, I got it back into rotation. It's stable, comfortable, and customizable. And that's the real magic of a ProFlex, right? You can tweak the hell out of it. SpeedQB even dropped a Velcro head strap so you can toss on some patches and make it even more customizable. And I've got another one for paintball, so this setup doesn't get messy, it doesn't bother me, and it's clean. And for my backup, I run a Push Unite mask during rec games. It's bulkier but more protective in those close encounter situations. And whenever I get a chance, I'll install a clear lens whenever they come back in stock. It makes it easier to see in darker fields. Of course, it's a huge difference. Now the speed belt, super underrated. Of course, I run the SpeedQB belt right now. It's Velcro based, so there's no annoying buckle to get blasted off during a match. It wraps around my lower back, and honestly, it looks dope on the field.
Burning. The shit rip.
Previously, I used a Neppro belt for a little over a year, which is still great, don't get me wrong, but the back support on the SpeedQB belt sold me. Loadout wise, I switched between 4 and 3 and 4 mag pouches on top of one another, or 4 to 5 pistol pouches when I'm running my high Capa. Headbands. Definitely a must if you ever gotten a few shots to the dome, and if not, it's coming. And you could rock a beanie instead if you're into that whole paintball LARPer cosplay aesthetic. But hey, no judgment, just maybe don't drop a few hundred on some gimmicky gear. I learned that the hard way.
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love.
Yeah, this is it.
Now, one of my favorite parts of the game, of course, has got to be the jerseys. I've been lucky to run with a bunch of teams over the years, and although HSA has been my main squeeze, I've definitely taken on a few side quests with other squads during tournaments, just to get some few extra reps in.
Looks like AJ's making his first appearance on the field with SRG.
Ooh, go AJ, with his hood up, like a rental. Go AJ.
Right now, I'm wearing a fresh jersey from Asylum, and although they're not active as much right now, the design is fucking clean, and I keep it in the bag for practice days or when I want to mix it up. And for pants, I'm just keeping it chill with some Bunker King joggers, lightweight and flexible, and for underneath, I run some carbon knee pads, tucked in for a clean look and comfort. And on concrete, shoes matter. I usually wear basketball shoes, but if I'm not in those, I usually have a pair of old school Vans. The real backbone of my loadout, my current builds, and of course my main piece is the ARC Air Sports Rifle. Runs smooth, super air efficient, and reliable.
Where they at, bro? Where they at?
Yeah, I know some of the first wave builds have issues, but shout out to ARC and Mech Labs team because they've always been helpful with support, and that says a lot, coming from a smaller brand in this space. Back at the lab, I've also got a couple side builds in the works. Of course, you've seen my unfinished Polestar Jack and the newer Mech Lab Nexus engine build that I've been tinkering with. And if I'm not competing, of course I have my MTW based on the Article 1. It's quick, air efficient, and honestly still hits laser beams. Great for practice or just chill sessions or even just a regular milsim game. For the content, I rock a GoPro Hero 13, and I didn't think I needed to upgrade until my Hero 11 started bugging out, but the 13's been clutch for clean and stable footage. And then, my baby, the Sony a6400. Every B-roll shot you've seen in my videos comes from this camera, and for years I've used 2 lenses depending on how close or wide I need them in, whether I'm filming vlogs, gameplay, or team shots, this thing delivers. You're probably wondering what I'm using to carry all this gear in. Well, all of it goes into my HK Army duffel bag, and if my replicas don't fit, I've got a Pelican Air case that's been with me for years. Pretty simple and clutch. But before games, of course, you know I gotta have some snacks, some water, liquid IV, whatever. Don't overdo it on energy drinks. Hydration is definitely underrated when you're sweating through 3 rounds back to back, and I know the community isn't that athletic. So please, take care of yourself. So that's it for the gear. And real quick, if you're new to the game or just trying to dial in your kit, just remember, have fun. Don't take it too seriously. There's no such thing as a pro airsofter. Nobody's cashing out big checks in Speedsoft. Just play, vibe, and get better with reps. Don't break the bank. Most flashy gear is overpriced or unnecessary, so build smart. Something along the lines of $1,000 or just a little less is more than enough for a great setup. Join games. Don't be afraid to ask to hop in with teams. Most players are chill and down to run with new people. You'd be surprised on how friendly the community is. And lastly, don't let leagues gaslight you into thinking you have to play to support the field. That's not support. It's manipulation, especially when foreign organizers threaten to cancel the league with an Instagram post.
You need to leave!
But that's the full rundown of my Speedsoft loadout. If you guys got questions, drop them in the comments. And if you got a local tourney coming up, gear up and get out there. And just remember, we're grown-ass men playing with toy guns. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. This is AJ, and I'll see you on the next one.